Welcome to another interesting day on planet Earth. It's Monday here in Australia, and I don't know about all of you, anyone who's a sensitive or an empath. The last week, especially, has been hugely intensive, and I know for myself and other people I'm talking to in our community, they're really feeling that impact in the body as the body is shifting and moving through what seems like eons of times of trauma and pain and memories that have been trapped in our body, trapped in our biosphere around us for a very long time. And to correlate with that is what's also happening around in our environment. For many will understand across the world, there's been some pretty wild weather. Also, we're looking at the solar activity, and there have been some massive storms coming from the sun. There has been massive winds. Many people, especially in Australia, are also seeing what looks like particles of light, which are in the auroras, which are not just the green and yellows you normally see, but also red that's in the auroras. And this is very much interacting with the plasma field. So there's certainly a lot going on around us and in us. And we're in this portal of time where we are being asked to release some of those things that have been old memories as they just pop into your consciousness, and you sort of have a memory around them again and look where you are right at this moment, what's shifted for you since then. We're also being asked to look at the earth, the new earth that we want to anchor ourselves onto. And tomorrow, which is the 7th of March, is that last portal day for us to collectively come together. And we'll be doing that in our New Earth Academy of Eternity class globally, where we'll be anchoring in what is our new earth. And things are manifesting pretty quickly, even our thoughts. I'll give you a little example. I was up doing my normal exercises at the pool on the weekend, and I'm sitting in the spa and thinking to myself, oh gosh, I've just noticed a new little wrinkle on my face that hasn't been there, and what does that mean? And maybe I need to do more facial yoga exercises to remove it. What can I do? And right at that moment, a woman turns around to me and she said, "You're looking really good." No, I mean, you look really good. And all I could say was, thank you. I was a bit astounded. And then she said, when you really keep up with acknowledging you, then it really pays off. You look really good. And I thought, wow, that was really out of the blue. It was almost like my soul was answering me through someone else. And so there's been so much for reflection. One of the things, I was lucky enough to head up into the high country last weekend, because many of you don't know, and some of you do, that Brian and I are working on our project for hydrogen, which is a massive game changer. And we're moving ahead looking at where we can take the production in the near future. So not only is it been a plan we've been moving forward with for the last few years, it's absolutely manifesting. And we look for how the universe sort of opens up when we're on path. And that's what's been happening. Something that people would say would be, no, you're not going to be able to do that in this area because it's only this type of area, tourism or whatever. And when we had talks with the council last week, and they were saying, this is exactly what we need in this area, and the community that we will build around that, not only for education around hydrogen, a training facility, a manufacturing facility, a community where we have our own area for looking after the children. We don't send it off to some government private institution, where we can absolutely nurture the children around. So we're really building a massive legacy as well. So I've been sort of had the luck to be in the mountains, really re-energizing, and very much in a Zen space where I should have got to this newsletter last week, and it was like, nope, you just need to be quiet. And so I had the beautiful experience of doing that yesterday. So also tomorrow. We are in the full moon. So we have full moon energies, specifically 3 days before and 3 days afterwards. For anybody that's in astrology, you will know that this is a time where a lot of emotions can come up. And I certainly woke up with a massive headache today, and I'm lucky Brian's so good at being able to be really quiet and then draw out of me what was at the back of that as I was sort of processing. Things were sort of coming to a head. And not surprisingly, I said to him, I wonder where the full moon is. And I had a look, and it was in Virgo. And of course, I'm a Virgo. So it's really affecting me, not only for those 3 days before, but usually that 3 days afterwards. So a lot of things going through. So one of the tips that I can suggest to you, if you're really having a lot of body pain, or you're really having a lot of sensations, like some people call them awakening sensations, what I could suggest is definitely getting back into nature, because when you're in nature, and connect with the earth and ground yourself, you really and expand into that, you really feel very at peace with yourself. So tomorrow, when we go into our full moon, last 7th day, the portal of anchoring in the new earth, I'm going to ask you, what does the new earth look like for you? And because all of our thoughts and emotions and feelings are manifesting quite quickly now. And so one of the things is, when we come together, when there's more than one person come together, we collectively create a very powerful field, not only for each person, but the source creator field that works with us, that's always guiding and supporting us. So it's going to be a massive session tomorrow. And for all of those who aren't joining us, I'm just going to say, please go into nature. Be very mindful, whether you're going to meditate or whether you're just going to contemplate. What is it that you dream that this new golden age, this new 5D earth is like for you? And I want you to put yourself in a space where you actually feel it as if you were living it every moment in the now. And I'll give you a little example. When we were away last week, I was able to sit in nature and sit by the beautiful Ovens River, which runs from the mountains right into the center of Bright. And in that river, I was just watching the children play. There's some school children there. They were working together as a team. I saw 3 dogs bounding in the water, grabbing a ball and then bounding out. I was looking at nature around me, the birds, the ducks, sailing into the water and then out. And just in that moment, everything felt beautifully calm. And I started to get that little tingle over my body. And that's a good little indication from my soul that everything's going pretty well. I'm in that beautiful space. And so when I felt that, I really started to go, right in this moment, I'm in heaven. And heaven is being able to acknowledge the beauty that's already around me, and certainly the peace, the joyfulness, the playfulness, the co-creation that we're in. And so I really felt into what it would be like to have that new golden 5D golden age with us right in that moment. It was extremely powerful. So I invite anybody who's joining us tomorrow. We're going to go through that. And for all who aren't, please spend some time just with you, away from the crazy noise out there, and just get very peaceful within yourself, and perhaps anchor for yourself that very Zen moment that you may experience. Then you can take into the rest of this week. So bye from now from Crazy Monday, and I'll look forward to chatting with you again soon.